Shocker. The Toronto Blue Jays offense continues to blow. They had 6 hits total today. 1 extra base hit. As many as they had yesterday. A solo home run from George Springer today. A double from Dalton Varsho yesterday. That's it. This team is awful offensively. And yet again, they score 2 runs against the Royals. And they lose another game 3-2. And at the very best, all you can get now is a series split. It's pretty awful. Watching a guy like Daniel Vogelbach continue to take ABs. And watching Justin Turner come in to pinch hit for a guy like Ernie Clement and not a Daniel Vogelbach against a lefty. We all know. We're not stupid. We know the splits with whatchamacallit, Daniel Vogelbach against lefties and righties. We know it's awful. In like the 5th or 6th inning, there he is hitting against a lefty, and he takes a pitch right down the middle for strike 3. Like, what are we doing here? And of course, ending the game, Cavan Biggio doing his very best to do what he's done all year long and take strike 3 right down the middle. It's just bad. It really is. You know, first 2 innings, they score 1 each. Salvador Perez RBI single in the first inning. And Maikel Garcia RBI single in the... Nice, Rob. Nice. We're playing a game here, so you guys can see what's going on here. It's a little bit of a drinking game, but anyways, we're not going to get involved in that tonight, or at least not right now. Jays are down 2-0 in the second. You go to the top of the 5th inning. George Springer drills one to dead center field, 417 feet. And it's a wall scraper. Of course it is. Makes it a 2-1 game, but I can't get too excited because the Jays are losing, and scoring runs is impossible for this Blue Jays ball club. And it continued to be impossible. Bottom of the 5th inning, Bobby Witt hits an RBI single, scoring Kyle Isbell to make it 3-1. And then top of the 6th inning, you have guys at 2nd and 3rd, less than 2 out, a chance to break it wide open. We talked about it yesterday. Kirk comes up twice with the bases loaded. All he could get was a sac fly. 2nd and 3rd, 1 out in this game, and Ernie Clement hits an RBI ground out, and that's all you get. I mean, it's just awful. This team's offense is so bad. Your top 4 guys, shout out George for the home run today, his first homer since the opening series of the season against the Rays at the Trop. But Bo and Vladdy have done nothing. Bo 0 for 4 today. Vladdy 1 for 4 with a single to right field on the ground. Great, I guess. What did we hear coming into the season? Damage. You've got none of that. You have no damage in this lineup other than a guy like Dalton Varsho, who again had a really good night at the plate. 1 for 2, scored a run, walked twice, and he now has an OBP of 345 and an OPS probably in the 900s now. Dalton Varsho. Meanwhile, George, Bo, and Vladdy are sitting there with OPSs in the 600s. It's just not good enough. If this team wants to go anywhere, just like the Leafs, your best players have to be your best players. And right now, the Blue Jays' most paid and most hyped 3 players have been some of their worst players. You look at a guy like IKF. What did he do today? He didn't have an at-bat, but going into play today had an OPS of 718. It's higher than all of those guys I just mentioned. IKF and Dalton Varsho have higher OPSs than Bo, Vladdy, and Springer. Cavan Biggio has a higher OPS than all 3 of those guys. It's awful. And for this team to go anywhere, those 3 guys got to wake up and do something. And it's just not happening right now. The month of April has been awful to these guys. Baseball's a long, long sport. You can have a bad April and then turn things around and everyone's going to forget about it. Look at Matt Chapman last season. The incredible April that he put together. Everyone's talking him up the charts. And how are we going to keep Matt Chapman around in the offseason? Then he has basically unplayable rest of the season and everyone just discounts the April. So I will say that. But as of right now, it's pretty bad. Shout out Addison Barger for getting his first taste of the big leagues today. Hit a ball to the warning track, which seemed to be a common theme in this series for the Blue Jays. Dead center field, though. Good on him for that. Made a nice diving catch at the wall. Or jump. No, he didn't dive. He jump catch at the wall. 6 hits for the Blue Jays today. 8 strikeouts. Walked, 3 times in the game. I don't know. Daniel Vogelbach 0 for 4 with a couple strikeouts. I mean, what does this guy do here? Like, honest to God, what does he do here? Hitting a $118. Does he have any extra base hits? One. And there was that one, I think it was against New York, where the ball was up at his face, and he found a way to hit a double. Other than that, he's done nothing. An OPS of 620 coming into play today. Again, very minimal sample size, obviously. He does have 5 walks. That's why his OBP is over 300. But what does he do here? I don't know. Yariel Rodriguez wasn't as sharp today. 4 innings, 6 hits allowed, 3 runs. All were earned, 2 strikeouts and walked 2. Bullpen was fine. Genesis Cabrera threw a clean inning of work. Bowden Francis, 2 clean innings of work. Allowed a couple hits and nothing more. Trevor Richards, a clean inning, allowed a hit and nothing more. But the Blue Jays pitching staff today had 2 strikeouts total. Yariel had 2 Ks. Bullpen didn't get you 1. It's pretty bad to get out of a rally or something, because they had one going on, was that the 5th inning, and you're trying to squander a rally. You couldn't do it. And let's be honest, I'm not going to sit here and blame the pitching staff for any of these games, really. Yesterday or today. It's been the guys on the field. Can't blame the defense today. I mean, they did have 2 errors. Jano had 1. I can't remember who the other one was. But regardless, they had 2 errors. And your offense, yet again, can't come through. It sucks. Tomorrow afternoon is the finale. And it's not like the offense is going to get any better tomorrow. Because Jose Barrios gets the ball for the Blue Jays. And Cole Reagans gets the ball for the Kansas City Royals. He's been outstanding for them this season. And the last time the Blue Jays saw him was at Rogers Center last year. And it was a very, very odd start. He was dominating through like 5 or 6 innings, then forgot how to throw a strike. Wild pitch after wild pitch, and somehow the Blue Jays ended up winning that ball game. That's the last time we saw Cole Reagans, but if you remember that game, his stuff is nasty. He's been great to start the season, and with this Jays offense, as awful as they've been, I can't expect them to score many runs tomorrow. So Barrios needs to be flat out perfect. And someone needs to run into one. That's kind of where we're at. You can't lose tomorrow and lose 3 of 4. You just can't. Fine, get a split. Let's just get through it, all right? So you know what, guys? That is going to do it for this one. If you enjoyed the video and not the game today, because if you did, you're an Jays fan. Yeah, you're a psychopath. Hit that like button. Do appreciate it. Hit the subscribe button if you have not done so already. Comment down below. Thoughts on the video. Thoughts on the game. What'd you like? What'd you not like from the game for the Toronto Blue Jays? Twitter, Discord, Instagram, TikTok, all that stuff is down below. Go crazy if you haven't done so already, guys. And I will talk to you guys Leafs Edition Saturday night as they host the Bruins for Game 4. We'll see how that one goes. And Jays Edition tomorrow afternoon. Was it 1:10 first pitch in Kansas City against the Royals? Jose Barrios, Cole Reagans. Looking to split the series. Thank you guys so much for listening and watching. I hope you enjoyed the video and not the result today because it stunk. We'll talk to you guys then.